What's up, guys? Welcome back to the podcast. And I'm sorry for missing the last few days. I'm going to do two tomorrow, and the second one I'm doing tomorrow is going to be my official USHL playoff predictions, award predictions, all that stuff. The first one we're doing today is April power rankings. So it's going to be before the last games of every USHL team, and so yeah, before NHL and USHL's April 13th games. So yeah, that's when it was made. Keep that in mind. When we'll go over this. Besides that, we got two podcast episodes to do. One's April power rankings. One's not just typical stuff. Go over the NHL games and then USHL games. And then tomorrow on Saturday, the first thing we do tomorrow is gonna be going over the USHL team conference all-star team. So all-star team for each conference, and then who I would predict to win each of those. And then on the second one is going to be the official playoff and award prediction for USHL. The brackets officially set at that time of year again. So yeah. And then we're gonna go with So today we're gonna go over fantasy, and then we'll go over my prediction for Thursday's games. Yeah. I mean, they already happened, but sure, why not? Go over Wednesday's NHL games, and then April power rankings. So yeah, all my social media is X/Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all that stuff. My website, my Twitch Discord, my Discord for this podcast, my basketball channel, my baseball channel, my American football channel, my USHL discussion Facebook group. We've got 5.2 thousand USHL friends, a group that I made myself. Another Facebook group that I did not make myself called Saints for Life. It's was about thousands of big fun Saints fans. All that paragraph and a half of who I am, what this podcast. All you need to know about this podcast. Another paragraph, how to contact me for any comments, questions about this podcast. One sec. By the way, I'm gonna finish this real quick. All that much more is in the description of this podcast episode. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you like this podcast, following Spotify, same thing. Like this episode, if you like this episode in particular, liking it Spotify, same thing. Turn post notifications on the YouTube channel if you want to know every time I go live and we'll upload a video on this channel. Hold up. I'm back. Okay. So, get into fantasy, shall we? So, starting with the championship game, the winner of this game will get the championship, loser will get second place. Whoever's winning this matchup versus Summer Slayers 235.0 to 219.9. Summer Slayers top performers Cam McCarr, Matt Zuccarello, Dylan Strom. Whoever's top performers Sean Monahan, Rasmus Donnelly, Seth Jarvis. In the next matchup, I'm in this matchup. The winner gets the third seed, the loser gets the fourth seed. I'm losing 246.8 to 184.5. My top performer, Jake Sanderson, Matthew Nyes, Braden Point. His top performers, Dusty Kemper, Matt Bodie for Forsberg. And by the way, this matchup end April 17th, so in a few days. Next matchup, the winner gets a fifth seed, loser gets a 16. Toronto Maple Leafs is winning versus Glizzy, 183.7 to 137.9. Glizzy's top performers, Sidney Crosby, Alex Ovechkin, Kumachenko. Toronto Maple Leafs top performers, Robert Thomas, Tony Panarin, Mackenzie Weegar. Next matchup, winner gets 7 seed, loser gets 8 seed. Daniels Dan team is being C small team, 176.3 to 147.5. C small team top performer, Joel Lucianek, Master Sanderson, Seth Jones. Daniels Dan team top performer, Nick Suzuki, Adrian Kempe, Stamkos. Just a scary team top performer is winning 162.7. This is Taco, 119.9. One of this matchup gets 9th. Loser gets the 10th or the last. Just scary team top performer, Dave Pastrnak, Jim McKay, Kevin Fiala. Top performers, Zach Werenski, Jordan Kyrou, Patty Kane. But yeah. So that for fantasy. So for Thursday's game predictions, I had Boston defeating Chicago, Florida defeating the Red Wings, Blue Jackets beating the Sabres, Capitals defeating the Canes, Rangers beating the Islanders beating the Rangers, Jets beating the Stars, Avalanche beating the Canucks, Hockey Club beating the Predators, Knights beating the Kraken, and Kings defeating the Ducks. And that one. So let's go over Wednesday's NHL games. Open the night on Wednesday. The Leafs take down the Lightning 4-3. They come out firing 2-0 Leafs lead. They end up going back and forth. Lightning tie it up for us overtime, and Leafs get the job done in overtime. And then the Flyers put a touchdown and 2 points. Extra 2-point conversion on top of the Rangers' head. 8-5 W over the Rangers in MSG. Kaprizov and Joel in the first game combined for 6 goals. 6 of the Wild's 8 goals. They beat the Sharks 8-7 in overtime. 15 combined goals that game. And then the Oilers take down the Blues in a back and forth classic in Edmonton. And then to end the night, the Ducks defeat the Flames 4-3 in overtime. Shots at 39-23 in favor of the Flames, but they fall 4-3 in overtime, and they fail to get the much needed point. They do succeed in getting a point, but fail to get the extra much needed point in this playoff race. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and get into the power rankings for April. Keep in mind to be 4 Saturdays NHL and USHL playoff games. Keep that in mind when I go over these. Don't look at that. All right, you didn't see that. So 16's Omaha. They didn't move. The Omaha, to be honest, they did not move. Yeah, pretty tough look. Tough look indeed. I'm still low on the USHL app here. I should have had it loaded to start, but it's fine. So Omaha, they finished the season 7-48-6-1 for 21 points, a 169 point percentage. Top scorers: Dave Brzezinski, 35 points. Hunter Ramos, 24. Who's not there anymore. Sam Sheet, 22. Who's not there anymore. So yeah, a bunch of players who are not there anymore. So yeah, they are overall right now. Let me see here. Why is it taking forever to load? I have to restart the USHL app. Omaha has the least amount of goals scored. 62 less goals than Cedar Rapids, who's the second most. And they have the second most goals against, like 51 less goals against in Team USA, which is pretty embarrassing for Team USA. But overall, worst team in the league they have been. 15 Chicago Steel didn't move. Chicago Steel, youngest team in the league, one of the youngest teams in the league. I expect them to be back next year. Top scorers: Adam Valentini, Ashton Schultz, Ben Yurchuk, Tobias Ullman, and Teddy Muchin. Top goaltenders: Jack Parsons and Luke Cloutier. Andrew Sachs actually had a shutout in his when he played. He didn't even play a game. I think he probably just he probably just came in like in replacement, I would assume, but not sure. So yeah, Vasile, number 15. 14, Team USA. USA have the most goals against, almost 300 goals against. Really bad overall, and they have the 10th most goal scorer overall. So I mean, yeah. USA's top scorer Teddy Muchin. He played on their team apparently this year, 4 games. J.P. Hilbert, L.J. Mooney, Cole McKinney. So, I mean, yeah, pretty decent team. U17s were really bad. U18s are pretty good. They're really good. So, but U17s play most of USHL games. So bad and down low. On the rankings, number 13 is Des Moines. They went up once because other teams fell below them. Their top scorers right now: Jack Kernan, Andrew Clark, Ben Caven, Ryan Steelinger, and Blake Zielinski. Top goaltending: Max Ryland was the number one scorer. Goaltender, number two goaltender was Elliot Sigin-Lescarborough. Yeah, pretty bad goaltending this season. Ryland was actually pretty good when he played, but Sigin-Lescarborough had a good stretch and then kind of fell off. After that, the more ranked number 13 here, missing the playoffs. The best team not to make the playoffs that I have ranked here. 12 is Green Bay. They're heading into the playoffs. This was made before tonight's game, but we'll kind of talk about it like it was made after, like in a sense of like what is going on right now. They're heading into the playoffs, the 6th seed. They are playing Madison in the first round, so the playoff bracket is set. I'm gonna go over that real quick here, just so in case you didn't know. The first round is number 3 seeded Madison Capital versus Green Bay. 6 seeded Green Bay. The first round is a best of 3 series, all 3 games being held in the higher seed's home location. So this series, all 3 games would be held in Madison in best of 3 series. They would play in the first round starting on Monday, Tuesday, then if necessary on Wednesday. Same thing goes for number 4 seed Muskegon Lumberjacks, which is number 5 seed Cedar Rapids Roughriders. All 3 games would be held in Muskegon Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Wednesday if necessary. As the East, the winner of the Muskegon and Cedar Rapids game, best of 3 series, would play Youngstown, number 1 seed Youngstown, and then the winner of the number 3 Madison Capital versus the number 6 Green Bay Gamblers, best of 3 series, would play the number 2 Dubuque Flying Saints. In the West is number 3 Waterloo Blackhawks hosting 3-game series. The Tri-City Storm, winner of that, would play Sioux Falls Stampede, 2 seed, and then the Musketeers host the Fargo Forest for a 3-game series. Winner would play the number 1. And not only number 1 seed in the West, but the number 1 seed in the entire league, the Anderson Cup champions, which is regular season champion, in case you didn't know. Anderson Cup champions and Lincoln Stars. So, yeah. But Green Bay here, they have 2 top-end scorers in Will Zellers and Aiden Park. Will Zellers has 71 points in 52 games, 44 goals in 52 games. One of the best talents that I've ever seen in the USHL personally. Aiden Park has 66 points, 33 goals for 66 points in 55 games himself. They also have Gino Falcone, Lucas Pearson, and then Zelenov. Goaltending, Gavin Moffat with 3.20 goals against average, .893 save percentage. She's very inconsistent. She's not good at handling the playoffs. And Madison's, who they're playing in the first round, is 23-5-2-1 at home. But one of the best home teams in the USHL. And Green Bay is below 500 on the road. Not looking good in that first round series versus Madison when it comes to the home and road record compared to each other. Madison also has top end talent, including Riker Lee, who has 68 points in 58 games. Aiden Long at 59 points in 62 games. Bobby Cowan with 51 points in 57 games. And Diego Johnson, Finn Brink. Goaltending is Caleb Heil, 2.85 goals against average and 896 save percentage is a starting 10 heading into the playoffs. Madison overall looking pretty good heading into the playoffs. I like the Madison Capitals odds to get past the Gamblers in the Battle of Wisconsin in the first round, but we'll have to see how that goes. The Green Bay ranks in number 12. Number 11 is Tri-City. They went down 2 spots. They were looking really good there. Then they dropped a pair versus Fargo. They lost on Friday versus Lincoln. They did win today versus Lincoln, but again, this was before any of these games happened, so I didn't take that into account. Coming in when I made these power rankings, they were on 3 straight losses. They have 2 main top end scorers, one being Nolan Road, who has 50 points in 61 games, and then Artemi Nizamea, 55 points in 53 games. And then they also have other good talent like Carmela Crandell, John McEwen, and Lepe, we say that. And then the number 1 goaltender right now is Michael Prado, who is 9-4-0-1, 2.41 goals against average, 899 save percentage. He's been great in his 14 games that he's played for them. And they have potential to upset Waterloo overall. I wouldn't be that surprised if I were to have to pick one upset pick in the first round. That would definitely be the one I would pick. But we'll talk about Waterloo more in depth then. But Tri-City rocks in here at number 11. That was heading in tonight's game. Number 10, Cedar Rapids. And coming in, they came off a 6-0 shutout win versus Green Bay. They did end up losing to Dubuque today. 4-2 in Dubuque. Very hard-fought game for Cedar Rapids, but unable to come with the W. They are 16-12, 1-2 at home, 11-18, 1-1 on the road. Since they do have to play the first round series all on the road, since they have 11-18, 1-1 record on the road. Very bad on the road. That's not good for them. But the top scorers, Mia GB, 54 points in 58 games. He's been a great scorer for them. Daniel Ostapovich, 47 points in 62 games. John McNeilis, 43 points, 19 games. He hasn't really been playing. Maxon, I'm supposed to say Max. Max Vig, 32 points in 62 games. So they don't really have that. They have a GB who's been great. Ostapovich has been great, but outside of that, don't really have much. Goaltending, AJ Rylett, 2 points. His record is 21-19-1 and 5 shutouts, 2.66 goals against average, and an 8.9 save percentage. He's been great in net for the Rough Riders. For the most part, Rough Riders are the type of team, defensive, will wear you down. It can be very, very tough and physical series versus Muskegon. If you also look at it from a perspective of Muskegon's more on discipline than Cedar Rapids, but in penalty minutes. So I could see Cedar Rapids pulling off upsets. If I had to pick another upset, the second upset pick I would personally pick would be Cedar Rapids over Muskegon. Actually, probably be Fargo. I'd probably pick Cedar Rapids over Muskegon. I could, yeah. Cedar Rapids won in Muskegon in the first round. They would way rather have Muskegon in the first round than Madison for sure. 9, the Fargo Fort. They went up 2 spots. They swept Tri-City. And beat Sioux Falls on Friday. So impressive for Fargo. Their top scorers are Miguel Stenari, 41 points in 61 games, and Sam Lorella, defenseman, 41 points in 57 games. Ryan Zarimba, 33 points in 44 games as a forward. Butella, 31 points in 50 games, and then Reed Davicella, 31 points in 16. You have not 16 games, but just overall this season. Number 1 tendies, Alan Landak, 2.97 goals against average, 8.95 save percentage. He's been pretty good overall. Fargo could make some noise in the playoffs if they're able to get the goaltending rolling at the right time. To do hitting in the playoffs. They're looking pretty good hitting in the playoffs. They swept Tri-City, then they beat Sioux Falls on Friday, and then they fell to Sioux Falls on Saturday today. 5-2 in Sioux Falls, but overall they looked good over the past 4 games. So we're going to see if they can carry some of that momentum into the playoffs. Number 8, Fargo Force's first round matchup, Sioux City Musketeers. Sioux City Musketeers 16-12-0-3 at home, which will be hosting the 3-game series. They have the 2 best players in the USHL season, starting with Giacomo Martino, 74 points in 62 games. And then Landon Gunderson, 73 points in 62 games. Actually, I probably would say Will Zealous has probably been the best player in the USHL this year, but still. Tate Pritchard also has 52 points in 54 games, about a point per game himself. And Sakura has 40 points in 44 games, about a point per game himself. Actually, no, never mind. That's not 44 games, because I have 44 games at the Musketeers, but still. And then Marinkis, 35 points in 52 games. Number 1 goaltender Samuel Urban, 2.96 goals against average, 8.99 save percentage. He's been great in net for Sioux City. Sioux City looks pretty well suited to play a team like Fargo, but we'll have to see what overall occurs this series. Number 7 is Waterloo Blackhawks. They're the 3 seed out of the West right now. Their main problem for me is that they don't have a number 1 scorer. They are 17-9-1-4 at home. So really good at home. And Tri-City is 17-12-2 on the road. So Tri-City's more of a road team. Waterloo's more of a home team. So you're going to get the best of both teams. Actually, Waterloo is 17-9-1-4. So Waterloo has the same record at home and on the road. The only difference is Waterloo on the road has 5 overtime losses, and at home they have 1 overtime loss and 4 shootout losses. So, I mean, both Waterloo can play both on the road and at home. If they do get past Tri-City, that would be huge for them versus Sioux Falls. But so can Sioux Falls. I mean, Sioux Falls is 21-6-3-1 at home, 19-11-0-1 on the road. But Yeah, Tri-City's more of a road team. Waterloo can play both. Waterloo's problem, they don't have top end talent. Caden Hawkins is number one scorer, 45 points, 58 games. And Dylan Compton, 45 points, 58 games with the defenseman. Brandon McMahon, 42 points in 58 games. Eddie Townsend, 40 points in 56 games. And Hunter Romo, 39 points in 60 games. So, yeah. Number one goaltender right now is Brian Hendrickson, 2.63 goals against average, 8.99 save percentage. He's been great in that for the Blackhawks as he got acquired from Omaha. I could see Waterloo making some noise this season, but they need somebody to step up big time. McMurrow does have 24 goals. They need that type of goal scoring if they want to make some noise this year. Playoffs. Number 6 is Muskegon. Heading in the playoff, they are the 4th seed. They're going to be hosting Cedar Rapids in the first round. Muskegon, top end score. They are 21-8-0-2 at home. They're very good at home, which they are hosting Cedar Rapids, who is not much of a road team. That'll play a huge factor into the series. Muskegon's top end talent right now, Davey Deputy, 57 points in 49 games. $57 points in 59 games. And then Ty Lawrence has 54 points in 56 games. Atlantic has 50 points in 60 games. David Clear has 45 points, 58 games. So they have a couple of point per game players and then some other good talent. And then the goaltending right now, number one goaltender is Shi Gagatsiev, 2.68 goals against average, 909 save percentage. Backup, Stefan Peck, 2.43 goals against average, 909 save percentage. Best goaltending team in the league so far that has been this season. And Muskegon's also pretty well suited for playoffs. Pretty physical, they're pretty aggressive. You don't really want to play in the playoffs. Yeah, team you don't really want to play in the playoffs for sure. Number 5, Madison Capital went down 2 spots because they it just happened to be because they lost to Dubuque. It was a very, very good game for Madison overall. But hint, Dubuque moved above them. For one team that moved above them, so yeah, they just happened to fall down. Not really because they did bad on Friday, but just because other teams had passed them. They had 23-5-2-1 at home, 16-12-3 on the road. A pretty decent team on the road, but way, way better at home. Probably the one of, if not the best home team in the USHL. Been phenomenal at home. This season, which they host the first round series in the battle with Wisconsin versus Green Bay, so that'd be huge for them. Top end scores, Riker Lee, 68 points in 58 games. Aiden Long, 59 points, 62 games. Bobby Cowan, 51 points in 57 games. And Diego Johnson, 45 points in 61 games. And then Finn Brink, 43 points in 57 games. They have good talent. They have good depth. Number one goaltender, Caleb Heil, with 2.85 goals against average. 8.96 save percentage with a record of 25-10-3, 2 shutouts. Caleb Heil has been great over the past few weeks. This team's pretty hot heading in the playoffs. Let's see what they're going to do in the playoffs. Number 4, the Big Flying Saints. Again, this is before their huge win versus Cedar Rapids today to end the season, but they came off a huge 5-4 overtime win versus Madison. Their top scorers are Gavin Clonford, 54 points in 62 games. Lucas Van Fleet, 49 points in 56 games. He's on fire right now heading in the playoffs. Michael Barron, 45 points, 61 games. Giuliani, 40 points in 53 games. Colin Frank, 40 points, 51 games. Also, Cole Spicer has about a point per game. When he's playing, he's healthy now. He's been healthy past couple games. Got a lot of points in the 2 games that he's been back. This weekend, he has about a point per game. Starting goaltender, Jan Spooner is hurt with his knee injury. I don't really know much about it, what's going on, but I know his knee's kind of hurt. Beeman played twice this weekend, picked up 2 W's. If he does play for the playoffs, his stats are 2.6 goals against average, 9-12 save percentage, 16-2-1 with 1 shutout. And then Spoonoff, he's our starter heading in the playoffs if he's fully healthy. He has a 2.82 goals against average and a 907 save percentage, 24-15-0, 2 shutouts. Both goal, one of probably the best goaltending team in the league too. They're competing with Muskegon for that. And Dubuque overall really have a lot of experience from last year, a lot of chips on their shoulder. They're ready to go for the playoffs for sure. Back in the top 3, Youngstown Phantoms. Youngstown Phantoms are number 3. in the league, number 1 in the East, heading into the playoffs before tonight's game, I add. Their top end scores is Adam Bennett, 59 points in 56 games. Jameson Sluys, 58 points in 62 games played. Michael Misak, 53 points in 56 games played. And Jardine, 44 points in 62 games played. And then Ryan Wazinski, 42 points in 49 games played. So overall, this team looks pretty good. And then Melvin Straw, 2.42 goals against average, 902 save percentage, 33, 12, 0, 4 shutouts. Most winning goalie this season. This team's on fire overall. I could see him making some noise in the playoffs. Number 2, Sioux Falls Stampede. They did not move on the power rankings from last month. They are 21, 6, 3, and 1 at home, which will be hosting the second round series that they get to playing since they get a bye. The top scorers are Reed Verkney, or you say that, 52 points, 59 games. Ethan Rindbach, 51 points in 44 games. Noah Ernest, 50 points in 55 games. Javon Moore, 39 points in 50 games. 56 games. And then Gennady Carly, you say that, 38 points in 60 games. The number 1 goaltender right now is Aiden Wright, 2.58 goals against average, 906 save percentage, 21-8-3. Does not have a shot this season. But hopefully he's fully healthy for the playoffs. That would be ideal. He has a lot of playoff experience. He had playoff experience from last year as well. Sioux Falls, ready to go. Number 1 team in the league heading into the playoffs. Anderson Cup champions. You guessed it, Lincoln Stars. Most goals for, least goals against. Top scorers, Jack Picard, 61 points in 56 games. Daniel Shaline, 57 points in 61 games. Dashal Oliver, 54 points in 61 games. E.O. D. Goulin, we say that, 51 points in 58 games. And then Bruno Adzian, 44 points in 36 games. Their starting goaltenders, Jan Shostak, 2.40 goals against average, 911 save percentage, 29-12, and 1 for 3 shutouts. He's been one of, if not the best goalies in the league this season. Lincoln Stars are ready to go for the playoffs. So, yeah. April power rankings. Oh, I'm going to go blank screen just for a second. Trust. All right. There we go. Let's go for the NHL power rankings, and then we're done for this. Spoil number 32 and 31. But 32, San Jose Sharks, they're just bad. Yeah, honestly, they're very young. Same thing with Blackhawk 31. They're really young. Aiden Thompson did sign with them, which is a good sign, but still very young overall. Number 30 is National Predators. They're going to have to retool this offseason. They haven't been that terrible analytically. Saros have been really bad this season, but they haven't been that bad analytically, but not that great. 29 is the Boston Bruins. They didn't move at all. Not needle moving wins. They eliminated from the playoffs. The bottom 4 team in the league points wise. So yeah. Number 28, Seattle Kraken. They're just, I don't know what's going on with them. They're really, really bad. 27, Philadelphia Flyers. They went down 2 spots. Loss after loss after loss after loss. They did win against the Islanders today, but still. 26, Pacific Penguins. They have Sidney Crosby. That's really about all they have. 25, Buffalo Sabres. The Buffalo Sabres. I mean, they're 25 points. They said we were 20 points inside the playoffs, but let's start getting in the 2022, 2023 regular season Boston Bruins. 2024, the Anaheim Ducks. They're a young team. They're really fun to watch when they actually decide to play, but when they don't, you can tell. But yeah, Anaheim's 24. 23, New York Islanders. They're just not the greatest, but pretty mid. 22 is the Rangers. They're bad. Really bad, actually. Like, when you look at them play, they're pretty embarrassing. 21, the Hockey Club. They're hit or miss. You can see them play really good. They just pick up a win versus Stars in Dallas, but you can see them lose to, like, the Blackhawks. They're, like, very consistent. 20s, Blue Jackets. They've been banged up. They've been really hurt, so that's been the main problem. 19, Red Wings, they're up 5 spots. Not because they did that. I mean, they beat the Panthers and the Lightning. That moved them up a couple of spots. And the Blue Jackets, Hockey Club, Rangers all kind of fell down. So kind of just moved up. 18, Blue Jackets twice. Wait a minute. I don't make it. 17 is Vancouver. Vancouver Canucks. Yeah, they have Quinn Hughes. They have Quinn Hughes. That's about it. 16's Calgary. Dustin Wolf's been great. They don't really know how to put the puck in the net. They have a great goalie, but yeah. 15th, the Devils. They don't have Jack Hughes and Dougie Hamilton. Besides that, yeah, not the greatest. That's the greatest thing in the world right now. New Jersey, they are playing Carolina in the first round, so yeah, we'll see how that goes. 14th, Montreal. They're up 2 spots. They got Ivan Demidov. They've been playing with a lot of energy. Very, very fun team to watch. Very gritty. So 13th, Ottawa Senators. They beat the Canadiens. They were winning quite a bit. They're up and down. Sometimes there be anybody in the league. Other times, much. Depends what Senators team decides to show up that day. 12th, St. Louis Blues. They didn't really move. They win one, they lose one. Right now, they're kind of just picking up wins as they can. 11's the Wild. They're up 2 spots. This is before today's game. Keep that in mind. So, did they play today? I'm not sure. But either way, it's before today's game. So, Wild coming off the huge win versus the Sharks. Looking good. They did lose to the Flames, though. That kind of sucks. But 10's the Oilers. They went up 1 spot. They won. You know, they've been looking okay. 9's the Panthers. They've been kind of hit or miss lately. They've been picking up wins enough to be like there, like number 3 in the Atlantic, fighting for number 2. I'm fighting for maybe even number 1 if they get lucky, but yeah, not that great. 8's Carolina. They're down 4 spots. They were losing games, and then the teams ahead of them just jumped ahead of them. It's nothing they did terrible. They just got jumped ahead of. 7's the Los Angeles Kings, up 2 spots. Keep winning games. Keep winning games. Yeah, Kings 7. 6 Lightning. Why did I say up slash down? They moved up 1. All right, let me remove the down slash down here. Up 1, yeah, Lightning. They did their thing. 5's Colorado Avalanche. They went up 2 spots. They're winning games. They are winning games for sure. 4 is Dallas. They are losing games. Opposite of what the Avalanche are doing right now. Knowing they're gonna play in the first round, literally clinched. It's guaranteed they play the first round. So 3's Knights. Stars slipping. They just moved up. 2's Capitals. They're not playing the best hockey as of late, but they got nothing to play for at this point. Ovi broke his record. They're number 1 in the East, guaranteed. See what they can do for the playoff. Number 1, the Winnipeg Jets. They're the Western Conference champions. They're not Western Conference champions. Regular season Western Conference champions right now. They're heading into the league and heading into the playoffs. Number 1 in the West and looking like they're gonna win the President Trophy. So yeah, that's it. That's it for today's podcast episode. Have a crazy morning, evening, night, afternoon, whatever time you're watching. Scott channel if you haven't already. Follow Spotify, same thing. Like this episode if you haven't already. Liking Spotify, same thing. Notification channel if you haven't already. Hope you enjoyed today's April Power Rankings, episode 19, season 10. I'll see you guys like literally right after this. Episode 20 of season 10. Be there. Be halfway point of season 10. Peace.